What's up, people? It's your girl Adeola. First and foremost, I'd like to express my sincere condolence to the family of the late president of Ghana and to all my Ghanaian brothers and sisters on the sudden death of their president, Professor Atta Mills. He was 68 years old and he struggled for so long secretly with throat cancer before he died last Tuesday. Now his deputy has been sworn in as the new president. May his soul rest in peace. But on a serious note, I think it's time for African presidents to wake up to the fact that we're losing our leaders one by one to sicknesses. Earlier this year, we lost the president of Malawi to heart attack. And 2 years ago, Nigeria lost a president to a secret illness that we are yet to know what it is because the Nigerian government is yet to tell us what exactly was wrong with Mr. President. So up till now, we really don't know what happened. Not just that, the president of Ethiopia is sick right now. Nobody knows what exactly is wrong with him because, you know, he censors the media in his country. And don't forget the president of Zimbabwe, Robert Mugabe. He's been sick for a long time. He was in Singapore 8 times last year for medical treatment. He's been back several times this year. No one knows exactly what's wrong with him. We are hearing that he has cancer, but it's not confirmed. Why is it that they like to keep it secret until it gets out of hand or until they die? And why are they running for office if they know that they are terminally ill? And have you noticed that all African leaders, when they get sick, they all go to the US, to Europe, to Asia, even to India for medical treatment? Because we still don't have a really good hospital that they can go to. The only African country that has good hospital is South Africa. Or even South Africa, where they have good hospital. Their president is suffering from a disease that nobody has been able to cure. You know what I mean? The libido disease. That man cannot control his clinical. Now he's going after young girls. Imagine getting married at the age of 70. And it's a disease that can lead to other deadly diseases, you know, like HIV/AIDS, like syphilis, like gonorrhea, and other STDs, yes. But I really hope that the death of the Ghanaian president will be a wake-up call for African presidents to build good hospitals in their countries. Even if it's one good hospital where you and your family can be treated. And, you know, because it's not all the time that you can hop on the plane and travel overseas for medical treatment. You may be dead before you get there. And do you know the sad thing is, a lot of these countries where African presidents go to for medical treatment, they have African doctors and nurses. Let me tell you, they are in Trinidad and Tobago. Yes, Nigerian doctors. If our governments are building good hospitals in our countries, you know, these Africans overseas may actually think about going back. Hey, you never know. And maybe death will stop stealing our presidents. You know, I'm just keeping it real. Speaking of stealing, I saw this guy that padlocked his cell phone so that people would not be able to steal it. I looked at it, I said, hey, like this is serious. So now that's what I call self-insurance, you know, because even if they steal it, they can't use it until they get the key. You know what I mean? That is smart. That is really smart. You know, just looking at this picture reminds me of the 20-year-old Nigerian girl, Blessing Effiong. Blessing, God go bless you. You know, that girl, she don't suffer. So this girl was recently released from prison after serving about 4 years in Kirikiri prison, Lagos. You know why they put her in prison? They said she stole a cell phone. When I heard, I said, hey, cell phone, 4 years in prison. What kind of cell phone is it? How expensive is the cell phone now? What's Nigerians call pure water? Who arrested this girl now? Those policemen should be ashamed of themselves. This girl was 16 when they arrested her, and she told the policemen that she did not steal the cell phone, that she bought it in order to start a phone call business by the street side. You know how people come and make phone calls and, you know, give you tashere. But nobody listened to her. And to make matters worse, because she was 16 and she was underage, the policemen decided to forge her age so that she can be tried as an adult. She was neither tried nor released. They just forgot her in the prison for almost 4 years until they released her this month. If she were to be from a very wealthy family, you feel me? That wouldn't have happened at all. Now, you know, I just don't understand why a poor girl can be imprisoned because of cell phone, pure water. When we all know who the real thieves are in Nigeria. So, you know, the people that we all know that these people are stealing Nigerian money. What happened to them now? Shebi Mr. Farouk confessed that he collected $620,000 bribe from Mr. Adeola. It's been several weeks now. The police are still carrying out their investigations. Nobody has had anything. Like the case just like went down. What about those that are stealing our oil money now? What about the folks that shared the $6.8 billion? $6.8 billion, yo. Oil subsidy fund. What about those people now? Do you know that if Ibori were to be in Nigeria, he would still be a free man? The only reason he was arrested and tried and imprisoned is because he left Nigeria. See, that's why I believe that in Nigeria, if you have money, if you have real money, you feel me, you can always win your case, you know, with the police, the EFCC, the ICPC, the OPC, the CNC, and all the C's put together. You know what I mean? All the corruption aiding agencies, yes. And what a shame. Those policemen should be ashamed of themselves for arresting this innocent girl. Calling her a thief. There are several others, like Blessing, that you won't know their story. Me, I'm just keeping it real. Speaking of thieves, do you guys know that some thieves are now getting very, very sneaky? Stealing women's underwear. They are going about stealing underwears from women that are sleeping. This is not a joke. Stop looking at me like that. This is serious matter. Last week in Gokwe South, that's a village in Zimbabwe, 26 different women in different houses, you know, woke up without their, you know. Can you imagine waking up and finding out that there's nothing there? The whole village panicked. The witches are at work again. It took a whole week for them to find the underwears in another village called Unjalile. Guess what? The chief of Unjalile, he immediately reported to the police. But not just that, while the police are doing their investigations, he has told everybody in the village that they would have the witch hunters come in to come and perform some rituals and some witch hunting ceremonies, you know, very necessary so that they can flush out the witches that are going after people's underwears. What kind of witch goes after somebody's underwear? That is a promiscuous witch. Yes. So that Sekamutandas, you know, the witch hunters, yes, they will be coming to this village to perform all the ceremonies and rituals that is necessary. So in the meantime, if you are a lady and you live in Zimbabwe and you are yet to, you know, find yourself pantsless in the morning, let me advise you now, go and get a secured underwear. You know what I mean? Yes, this is the one for women. Yes, it's like all size fit. Just padlock your thing. Nobody will steal it from you. And if you are a man, there is one for men too. Because you never know. The witches went after women today. They may go after men tomorrow. So ensure yourself. Get yourself secured. Get one of these. It's very good for men. Just padlock your thing. Hide the key somewhere. No witch will find it. Why are you looking at me like that? People are using these kinds of things. Have you heard about the Indian man that was recently arrested for, you know, padlocking his wife's genitals for 4 years? The guy is a mechanic, so he custom made the one that he put on his wife for 4 good years. Every morning when he's going to work, he would lock the padlock and he would put the key in his socks. Until the woman tried to commit suicide by taking rat poison. So when they rushed her to the hospital, the doctors tried to give her an injection and they found out that this thing is padlocked. Do you believe they had to go and find the husband and get the key from him before they were able to save her life? Yes, he's presently at the police custody. You know, his explanation is that all his sisters cheated on their husbands and he doesn't want his wife to cheat on him. So that was why he made the secured padlock. So I'll definitely let you guys know if the witch hunters in Zimbabwe find out who it is that was behind the missing underwears. And if the police in Zimbabwe find out anything as well, I will be sure to let you know. I'm just keeping it real. Speaking of police, do you guys remember a few weeks ago I told you that I tried to call the Inspector General of Police in Nigeria because he published his cell phone number. That's how people can reach him when they are in danger or maybe when the thieves are after them that nobody picked up. So you know, in order to fight corruption, the IG recently released a new email address where you can report the policemen if they are doing something wrong or if there's a crime going on in your neighborhood. Let's say there are robbers operating and you need to get the IG immediately. Just try to send him an email. So my people, the next time armed robbers come to your place, just try and find a computer. Now, if you don't have a computer or maybe you don't have electricity, go outside while the robbers are working. Go outside and find a taxi that will take you to a cafe. And when you finally turn on the computer, I know that it takes forever for some cafes to load up their internet to send in your complaint to the IG. This is the email address to send it to: policemonitor@npf.gov.ng. I'm sorry, but why robbers are robbing your house? They've assured us that there are people waiting for your emails and they will respond immediately. Now, by immediately, I'm talking about maybe in few days or few weeks, depending on how much you pray. By the way, I should warn you that I tried to send an email to the IG, using this new email that he just published. The thing bounced back. It says delivery to this recipient failed permanently. I said, why permanently now? Can't I try again? Now, that was just my experience. Your own may be different. Oh, by the way, anybody remember the former IG Mike Okiro? Remember, in his efforts to fight corruption in Nigeria, he started this thing called complaint boxes in various parts of the country. Anytime something is going wrong in your community, just write it down on a paper and put it in the box, in the complaint box. Anybody remember that? Whatever happened to that? Because I didn't hear of anything. I'm just curious because now we have to send emails. I say, these people like to appear like they are doing something. By the way, I've been thinking since they launched this email, I've been thinking that only God knows how much they spent to launch this email address. Because in Nigeria, everything is money. I'm talking about millions of naira. Somebody would have to be given that contract to launch the email address. I'm just keeping it real. Before I leave today, I want you guys to see a little bit of Gambia.
Show the dynasty. Oh, girl. You should have believed me when I say it's only you. Say it's only you, girl. Why not to believe me when I say it's only you? Love me like the way you do when you and I will be together till the end. Trust me like the way you do when you and I will never have no problems. Love me like the way you do when you and I will be together till the end. Trust me like the way you do when you and I will never have no problems. So don't you go listen to no other. Our love for each other is what matters.
Alright, y'all, it's been real and I'm keeping it real right up in here. Until next week, I'ma see y'all later. Peace out.